Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So those who are new to this channel, hey, my name is Aspirants and I'm a student who's currently pursuing bachelor's degree in forensic sciences. So तुम लोगों ने टाइटल से पढ़ लिया होगा कि आज का वीडियो इज ऑल अबाउट प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस particularly physics subject. So in NFAT 2023, 17 questions were asked from physics section and in NFAT 2024, 33 questions were asked from physics. So let's start with the video. So firstly we will discuss all the NFAT 2023 physics questions and then we'll go to NFAT 2024 question. So first question is sound wave passing through the air. The changing volume and pressure of air is isothermal, isobaric, adiabatic or isochoric. So obviously the answer is adiabatic. So as you all know that adiabatic is a process in which there is no exchange of heat. So as we are the question is about the sound wave. So whenever whenever there is compression and rarefaction of air, so it happens so quickly that heat does not have enough time to flow into or out of the air parcels. Hence the change in pressure and the volume takes place without the heat exchange, and that's why the process is adiabatic. You can read the whole explanation in each and every question if you still have doubt. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. Infrasonic, ultrasonic and audible waves through an air medium with speed VU, VI and VA respectively, then what is the correct option? So the correct option is second. Why? Because speed of the waves depends on the properties like temperature, pressure and density, and not on the type or frequency of the wave. So yeah, second option is the correct option. Now third, the formula of second law of electrostatics is what? So second law of electrostatics is what? Coulomb's law. So as we सब ने यार 12th में वो पढ़ा ही होगा, वो डेरिवेशन ये वो जिसमें हमको लास्ट में आके मिलता था F equals to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. So इधर ऑप्शन में D square दिया है, but it's same only, the distance between them. So if you know the concept, जैसे मैंने बोला कि concept clear होंगे, second law क्या है तो direct टिक ही करना है. So if you still want to like know read the explanation, you can still read the explanation I have given over here. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. Two copper conductors are of equal length. The cross-sectional area of conductor is 4 times that of the other. तो ये सारे जितने भी न्यूमेरिकल्स आते जाए ना, तो तुम एक साइड में एग्जाम्स में लाइक तुमको पेज तो मिलेगा वहाँ पे तुमको सॉल्व करने के लिए. इवन दो द एग्जाम इज कंप्यूटर बेस्ड, तो तुमको पेन एंड पेज प्रोवाइड करेंगे सो दैट तुम ऐसा कुछ भी है ना वो गिवन करके ऐसे लिखते जाओ तो तुमको वो वैल्यूज वही टाइम पे मिलते जाए एंड फॉर्मूला रख के कैलकुलेट कर लेना. सो जैसे यहाँ पे लिखा है द क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ कंडक्टर इज 4 times दैट ऑफ द अदर. If the conductor having smaller cross-sectional area has a resistance of 40 ohms, the resistance of another conductor will be what? So 160 ohms, 80 ohms, 20 ohms or 10 ohms. जैसे मैंने बोला कि given लिखते रहना है, तो two conductors are of equal length and of same material. So ये हमको note down करना है. Then one conductor has 4 times the cross-sectional area of the another, and the resistance of smaller area conductor is what? 40 ohms. तो ये हमको दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन में. देन हमको अज्यूम करना है कि स्मॉलर एरिया इज A and larger area is 4 times of A. So resistance of smaller area conductor will be what? R equals to rho L by A, which is equals to जो उन्होंने दिया है 40 ohms. सो अब हमको रेजिस्टेंस किसका? लार्जर एरिया कंडक्टर का चाहिए, तो हम करेंगे L लाइक R2 इक्वल्स टू रो L बाय 4A बिकॉज वो 4 times है. देन विल डू कैलकुलेशंस एंड देन उस पर से हमको आंसर मिल जाएगा विच इज 10 ohms. दैट्स व्हाई द ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट ऑप्शन. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज give the number of electrons passing through a wire per minute. The current flowing through it is 500 mA. तो जैसे मैंने बोला, जो भी न्यूमेरिकल्स है पहले तुम क्वेश्चन अच्छे से पढ़ो और लिखो पेपर पे कि तुमको एग्जैक्टली दिया क्या क्या है. लाइक इफ़ यू आर वेरी स्लो एट न्यूमेरिकल्स एंड स्टफ तो की बात है, वरना अगर तुम कर सकते हो तो माइंड में फिर तो कर लो, टाइम वेस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं. तो हम क्या करेंगे कि सबसे पहले तो टू फाइंड द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पासिंग थ्रू द वायर एट अ मिनट वी विल यूज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द करंट चार्ज एंड द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो दैट विल बी आई इक्वल्स टू क्यू बाई टी. अब हमको क्या चाहिए, क्यू चाहिए. सो दैट विल बी आई इंटू टी. करंट ऑलरेडी हमको दिया है 500 एम है, जिसको हम ले लेंगे 0.5 एम्पियर. टाइम 1 मिनट उन्होंने दिया है, सो विल टेक इट एज 60 सेकेंड्स. Q is total charge that we are going to find I into T करके, and then charge of the electron ये तो सबको पता है 1.6 into 10 to minus 19 coulomb. So firstly we will calculate that total charge, which is Q equals to I into T, which is 0.5 ampere into 60, so that will be 30 coulomb. Now the main question is to find the number of electrons which are passing through the wire per minute. So that will be N equals to total charge by charge of 1 electron. So that will हम लोग ने find किया 30 coulomb. So 30 by 1.6 into 10 to minus 19. So that will be 1.875 into 10 to 20. So option A, like 1, is correct answer for this question. Now next question. The induced EMF is maximum if the conductor cuts the magnetic field at 0 degree, 90 degree, 45 degree or 180 degree. So the correct option over here is 90 degree, because like we know that whenever the like electric field will be maximum when the sine theta will be equal to 1. So from that we'll be able to get to know that, because the formula for EMF is BLV into sine theta. Okay, so the maximum EMF will get to know when sine theta is equals to 1. So from that we will able to find the value of theta, which will be 90. So whenever the theta will be 90, the induced EMF will be maximum. So option number 2 is correct option for this question. Okay, next question, again a numerical one. So make sure तुम वो लिखना वाला भूलो मत. A transformer has 4000 turns on its primary coil and 150 turns on its secondary coil. The input voltage is 10,000 volt. What is the output voltage? अभी यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है क्वेश्चन, तुम अच्छे से पढ़ो. ट्रांसफॉर्मर मतलब तुम्हारे माइंड में फॉर्मूला आ ही जाना चाहिए कि VS by VP equals to NS by NP. तो वही लगाना है, बिकॉज हमको 3 वैल्यूज ऑलरेडी लाइक गिवन है, 10,000, 150, 4,000. अब हमको फाइंड क्या करना है, सिर्फ आउटपुट वोल्टेज फाइंड है, मतलब हमको VS फाइंड करना है. अब फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे, कैलकुलेट करेंगे एंड आंसर आ गया हमारा ऐसे ही 375 वोल्ट. तो द करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन नंबर 3. सो इट्स वेरी सिंपली, मैंने बोला ना, अगर तुमको फॉर्मूलाज और ये सब याद होंगे सो इट विल बी वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू क्रैक दिस एग्जामिनेशन. So yeah, moving on to the next question. It is again a numerical. So a circular coil with a cross-sectional area of 4 centimeter cube has 10 turns. It is placed at the center of a long solenoid that has 15 turns per centimeter and a cross-sectional area of 10 centimeter cube. The axis of the coil coincides with the axis of solenoid. What is the mutual inductance? Options are given. So again वही म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस की फॉर्मूला तुमको याद रखनी है. सो वी विल assume that coil is circuit 1 whereas the solenoid is circuit 2. So the field in the central region of solenoid is uniform, so the flux through the coil is phi 12, because we are taking coil as circuit 1 and solenoid as circuit 2. So phi 12 equals to B2 A1, which will be mu 0 and 2 I2 into A1, where N2 equals to N2 by L, which is already given as 1500 turns per meter. So then if you know the mutual inductance की formula, you can apply that, and from that only you फिर तो सारी वैल्यूज दी हुई है, वो वैल्यूज रखो, कैलकुलेट करो एंड देन यू विल गेट द आंसर विच इज 7.54 म्यू एच. like Henry. So next question. In a series resonant RLC circuit, the voltage across 100 ohm resistor is 40 volt. The resonant frequency is 250 radian per second. If the value of C is 4 mu f, then the voltage across L is what? So again, अभी RLC मतलब अल्टरनेटिंग करंट वाला चैप्टर ले लो, उसकी सर्किट का क्वेश्चन. अब जैसे मैंने बोला कि गिवन ऑलरेडी क्या है, आर वी आर ओमेगा सी, हमको ये सब गिवन है. अभी हमको क्या करना है कि हमको सबसे पहले ये मालूम होना चाहिए कि कंसेप्ट लाइक सारे फॉर्मूला जैसे दिमाग में होना चाहिए, तो ये ज़्यादा जल्दी होगा. तो एट रेजोनेंस इन RLC सीरीज सर्किट, द करंट I is same in all the components and the voltage across the L and C can be much higher than across R, even though they can cancel each other. So we can take that I is equals to VR and R. That is already a given value to us. So that will get 0.5 ampere. Then what we need to find is VL, like voltage across the inductor, right? So that we need to find. So what is the formula for that? That is I equals to omega L. So now we have I key value, right? Now we need to find the L key value. So we will find that using the formula omega square equals to 1 by LC. Then we'll take L on the other side, and the equation will be like L equals to 1 by omega square C. Then we will keep the values, and we'll get the L key value as you can see on the screen as 4 Henry. Then as I told already, the formula for VL will keep I into omega L. So that will be, then like again जो हम लोग ने find किया 0.4, then 250 was already given in the question, and into 4 which we got right now. So the answer we will get is 400 volt. So yeah, next question is flux is a dash field and its density is a dash field. ये तो अगर तुम्हारा क्लियर होगा तो तुमको ऐसे ऑप्शन ही नहीं देखने पड़ेंगे, लाइक पता ही चल जाएगा कि पहले में आएगा स्केलर, दूसरे में आएगा वेक्टर. डेंसिटी में ऑब्वियसली मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शन दोनों होगा, तो ऑब्वियसली दैट विल बी अ वेक्टर फील्ड. तो ये सारे क्वेश्चन इन्हीं ईजी है. इफ यू वांट टू गो लाइक रीड द एक्सप्लेनेशन आई हैव गिवन थोड़ा ऐसा, सो यू कैन रीड दैट. बाकी सो या, next question is find the magnification of convex lens if an object is placed at 30 cm from a convex lens having a focal length of 15 cm. The options are +2, -0.5, -1 and +1. So object distance is given as 30 cm. ये सारे में mistake मत करना, because object is always placed on the left. So we have to make sure that the value which we keep is in negative. So वो mistake मत करना, ठीक है. And focal length we know, like they have given as 15 centimeter. So magnification की formula we know that it is m by v by u. So we have u की value, but we need to find v. So using lens formula we will find the value of v, and then by putting the value of v and u together we'll find the magnification of it. So after calculating, as you can see on the screen, we'll get the value -1. So that's the answer of this question. Now next question, which of the following is the correct relationship between temperature and mobility of electrons in electronic circuits? So according to answer key of official answer key of NFSU, it is option number 2. Now next question, in digital transmission modulation technique that requires minimum bandwidth is. अभी मैं इसका ट्रूथ बताती हूँ. ये क्वेश्चन पढ़ के मेरे को लगा ये तो मैंने कहीं पढ़ा नहीं, ऑप्शन ही ऐसे थे. फिर मैंने घर आके सर्च किया था, तब पता चला कि पहले एक फिजिक्स में चैप्टर हुआ करता था कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम करके, उसका ये क्वेश्चन है. इसमें ये सब था. इसमें तो मैंने तुक्का मारा था, जो कि मैं झूठ नहीं बोलूँगी, मैंने तुक्का मारा था. मुझे ऑप्शन याद नहीं कि मैंने क्या किया था, बट या द आंसर फॉर दिस इज डेल्टा मॉड्यूलेशन, बिकॉज it transmits only 1 bit per sample, so that's why it has the minimum bandwidth. So if you want to read about each and every option, I have given an explanation over here, you can read it. Now next question, on which of the following frequency does the Wi-Fi network works? तो लाइक सारे टेबल्स भी दिए हुए हैं थोड़े चैप्टर्स में, वो सारे टेबल्स तो भाई लर्न करके जाना, बिकॉज ऐसे सारे अगर MCQs आए तो तुमको डायरेक्ट टिक करना है, तो इसमें इट्स 5 GHz. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अगेन अ न्यूमेरिकल. 54 laser beam has a cross-sectional area of 5 mm square. The magnitude of maximum electric field in this electromagnetic wave is given by, then they have already provided some of the values also, which is like permittivity of space, epsilon 0 की value, and speed of the light, which we all know, c equals to 3 × 10⁸ meter per second. So for that, firstly we will use the relationship between the intensity and the electric field, which is I equals to half epsilon 0 c and u square. Okay, so now we need to find the electric field now, so that's why we will keep √2I by epsilon 0 and c. So first we will convert this given values into SI units, as you can see on the screen, and then we will as we have converted that formula I wala like for maximum electric field, which is √2I by epsilon 0 c. We will keep the values and then we will get the answer as 2.828 kilovolt per meter. So this is the answer for this question. Now next question is, the refractive index of the glass is 1.62. The sign of critical angle at glass by air interface for total internal reflection is what? Like, they have given the options. So again we know that the critical angle is given by the formula sin theta by n2 by n1. So they have already given the value for n2, which is 1.62, like refractive index of glass, and we know that refractive index of air is 1, so we will take that 1 by 1.62, so approximately we'll get the answer as 0.617. So the answer is 0.62. Moving to the next question, what increases the resistance of wire at higher frequencies? So answer is skin effect. So those who don't know, I have mention about what is like skin effect. So at higher frequencies, an interesting phenomena occurs in conductor, which is known as skin effect. Now what is this skin effect? So in AC circuits, especially at higher frequencies, current tends to flow near the surface of the conductor. So this reduces the effective cross-sectional area through which the current flows. Now as a result, the resistance will get increased with frequency. So that's what the question was. So the skin effect is the right option for this question. Now we are done with Nfat 2023 questions. So let's move on to the Nfat 2024 questions. So that was like these 17 questions were asked in Nfat 2023, which is last year. Now let's solve Nfat last year's like Nfat 2024 physics question. So first question is, what is scientific principle of working of optical fibers? Again, ये वाला अगर याद होगा तो तुमको ऐसे ऑप्शन देख के पता चल जाएगा कि इट इज़ TIR, I mean total internal reflection of light. तो जिसको explanation बना I have given on the screen, please read it by yourself. I mean it's easy only. अगर concept होगा clear तो फिर आ जाएगा तुमको. Okay, next question. What is full form of laser? Again, ये तो आना चाहिए, light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So yeah, so all these full forms you'll have to remember. Now next question is an insect. Again numerical, write given points जो भी दिए हुए. An insect trapped in a circular groove of radius 12 cm moves along the groove steadily and completes 7 revolutions in 100 seconds. What is the angular speed and linear speed of motion? So they've asked angular speed and linear speed of motion. तो ऑब्वियसली लीनियर स्पीड तभी मिलेगी जब हम लोग एंगुलर स्पीड फाइंड करेंगे. ओके, सो जैसा मैंने बोला कि दे हैव गिवन रेडियस, नंबर ऑफ रिवॉल्यूशंस, टाइम. सो एंगुलर स्पीड की फॉर्मूला is omega equals to theta by t. So how we will find the theta, like total angle covered in 7 revolutions. So that will be 7 into 2 pi, which is 14 pi radians. So now we have got the value of theta, so we'll keep as 14 pi, and time is what, 100 seconds. With that, so 44 by 100 will get 0.44 radian per second. Now we have to find the linear speed of it. So for that, the formula is what, v equals to angular speed into r, which they have given, like the radius what they have given. So 0.44 into 0.12. So that will get the answer approximately as 5.3 centimeter per second. So that's the option, like correct option for this question. Next question, determine the maximum acceleration of train. अभी यहाँ पे लिख लो कि हमको फाइंड क्या करना है, मैक्सिमम एक्सेलरेशन, in which a box lying on its floor will remain stationary given that the coefficient of static friction between the box and the train's floor is 0.15. So the maximum static friction provides the force that prevents the box from sliding. The frictional force equals the mass into acceleration of the box. So as you can see the formula on the screen, where you can see that what like mu s is coefficient of static friction, and is equals to mg into normal force. A max is maximum acceleration of train, which we have to find also, and m is equals to mass of the box. So now according to the formula which you can already see on the screen, you can put the values and we'll get the value for maximum acceleration of the train, and then so 1.47 meter per second square is the correct answer. Next is according to the Kepler's third law. अब यहाँ देख लो भाई, देख रहे हो तुम ब्लैंक लाइक डैश दिया है और यहाँ पे पूछा अकॉर्डिंग टू कैपलर्स थर्ड लॉ. अगर तुमको कैपलर का थर्ड लॉ पता होगा तो तुमको आंसर पढ़ के पता चल जाएगा कि क्या पूछ रहा है. लाइक अगर एक सिंपल है ना, ये सारे लॉज, सारे जितने लॉज है वो याद करके जाना, उसमें से भी ऐसे ब्लैंक में कुछ आ सकता है, फिल इन द ब्लैंक था. So the square of time period of revolution of planet is proportional to dash of semi major axis of ellipse traced out by the planet. तो ये तो मालूम है, t square is proportional to a cube. तो आंसर है c cube. मतलब कैपलर का थर्ड लॉ ये है ना, तो अगर तुमको ये सारे लॉज पता होंगे so it will be easy. I have still given a bit information about Kepler's third law, so if you want to read you can read it. Now next question, which of the following formula is correct for moment of inertia of circular disc of radius r with its axis perpendicular to disc at the center? So the correct formula is option A, mr square by 2. Next question is the law which states that within elastic limits strain produced is proportional to the stress producing. It is known as what? ये बोला मैंने, लॉज पता होंगे तुमको, आंसर से ऑप्शंस भी नहीं देखना पड़ेगा. अगर तुमको सारे लॉज से याद है, ऑप्शन में तुमको पता अरे ये तो हुक लॉ है तो समझ लो, तो ये सारे लॉज तुमको याद करने ही पड़ेंगे. याद करके ये ना भूले बगैर. तो हाँ, सो ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, spherical balls of radius r are falling in the viscous fluid of viscosity with a velocity. The retarding viscous force acting on spherical ball is. तो अगेन यहाँ पे भी देखने जाओ तो तुमको लग रहा है ये क्या है, पर अगर तुमको विस्कोसिटी लाइक वो विस्कोसिटी ऑफ फ्लूइड की फॉर्मूला मालूम होगी, लाइक फोर्स विस्कस वो फोर्स की, तो तुमको ईजी होगा कि भाई उसमें तो कुछ ऐसा डिनोमीटर में तो कुछ वैल्यू थी ही नहीं, लाइक वो फॉर्मूला में कुछ वैल्यू है ही नहीं, तो कोई भी इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल लाइक वो वाली फोर्स की फॉर्मूला में कुछ है ही नहीं नीचे उसके बारे में. तो इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल वाले ऑप्शन तो वहीं कट हो गए. अब रहे क्या, डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल. तो उसमें सिर्फ एक ही तुम देख रहे हो कि डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू बोथ रेडियस आर एंड वी. सो ऑब्वियसली कोई और ऑप्शन बचा ही नहीं है, सिर्फ बी है. सो दैट इज़ द करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. बट स्टिल अगर जिसको नहीं पता, मैंने यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला दिया है, यू कैन रीड दैट आउट. And yeah, so this is it for this video. I mean, there are still more 25 more questions of Nfat 2024 which I'll be covering in the part 2 of this previous year questions, or particularly for physics. I'll upload that part 2 in 2 days, like probably in 2 to 3 days. So yeah, in that we will cover the remaining MCQs. Probably 25 are there. So yeah, in that video we'll cover that thing. So yeah, that's it for this video, and make sure you have subscribed to my channel because मैं अब ये सारे PYQs बहुत जल्दी सारे अपलोड करने वाली हूँ. So yeah, if you are an Nfat aspirant, make sure you have turned on the notification bell. And yeah, that's it. Till then, take care and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See ya, bye bye.